For 2 seasons, Helluva Boss operated as a series of chaotic, standalone hits. We watched the crew navigate Earth through dark slapstick violence, where the primary goal was a high body count and a quick laugh. But the new trailer suggests those jokes no longer provide a safety net. The characters are hitting a wall, where their habitual recklessness starts to carry permanent, life-altering weight. To see the shifting scale, look at this timeline chart. Season 3 exams to 15 episodes across fall 2026 and 2027. This doubled count moves the story away from isolated missions, becoming an interconnected web where one episode's consequences dictate the next. The central theme this time around is inescapable history. Whether it's a broken relationship or a professional betrayal, the crew can no longer ignore the damage they've left behind. This shift moves the show toward a structure where a single emotional breakdown can derail an entire season's worth of progress. Stolas' entire life has been completely dismantled. He is now living in a small apartment, working as an assistant at I.M.P, and navigating life without his royal titles or his castle. We're seeing a total reversal of the power dynamic from the start of the show. Instead of the powerful prince patronizing the imp, Stolas is now looking to Millie for the emotional stability he can't find on his own. The most damaging loss, however, is his relationship with Octavia. She's matured into an adult role within the Ars Goetia hierarchy, and her rejection of him appears absolute. Stolas' failure is rooted in this hierarchical pyramid. He was trapped by rigid borders prioritizing status over identity. Meeting Visago provided the spark to rebel. Seeing another royal embrace freedom made him realize his father's rules weren't unbreakable. But that historical rebellion led him to prioritize his own needs over his family. That choice is what ultimately severed his connection to Octavia, leaving her to find her own way within the system he tried to escape. Stripping Stolas of his unearned status forces him to engage with the world as an equal. He must learn to build bonds not based on wealth or nobility. While Stolas deals with his external losses, Blitz is facing a total internal collapse. He can no longer hide behind a middle finger. Voice actor Brandon Rogers noted his performance this season was influenced by difficult real-life circumstances, leading to raw, unscripted moments of emotion that the studio integrated directly into Blitz's character arc. Blitz usually relies on deflection and sharp insults to keep people at a distance, but for the first time, those mechanisms are useless against his own regrets. We do get glimpses of potential recovery, such as a forced mission with Fizzaroli that requires the two of them to actually communicate. But the timing for a personal breakdown couldn't be worse. A rebellion in the Greed Ring is gaining momentum while the crew is highly vulnerable. The original RoboFizz has returned, and he's mobilizing a massive army of robotic duplicates in synchronized lockstep to challenge the Hellverse's current power structure. The season's tension comes from this contrast. Just as the main characters lose their internal sense of control, an external enemy is building a force more disciplined and powerful than anything they've faced before. The narrative is using this intense pressure to force the characters into a corner. They are being stripped of their old habits so they can be rebuilt into people who might actually survive the coming conflict. This character growth is happening alongside a physical expansion of the studio, which has matured its production pipeline to handle multiple high-detail projects at once. Part of that expansion is the newly announced reboot of Zootopia. This miniseries marks the return of Vivziepop's original comic characters in a format designed for a more mature audience. Managing 2 concurrent series while delivering a 15-episode season suggests the studio is shifting away from its initial small-scale origins toward a high-output, serialized model. With the fall 2026 slate including a rebooted miniseries and a long-form seasonal arc, the studio's output is beginning to mirror the volume of a traditional network. Subscribe to stay updated on the lore, and let us know in the comments which character's history you want to see detailed next.